I'm Oz.
I'm Tom.
And we're here to present our summer sipping series on WineAlive.
We so are. And today we're talking chilled reds.
You can't chill reds.
You so can. Of course you can chill reds. I've got some great examples. In fact...
Is that one of the great myths of life? That you have to have red wines warm?
Certainly a myth of wine. Exactly that. Most red wines are served too warm nowadays. Surely. You must. Yeah, I think you agree with that.
I tell you go to any hot country and the wine comes up like soup. And you say to them, please, one of the great things in bars and restaurants is you say to a sommelier, could you please put my red wine in an ice bucket?
Yeah.
And they say, no. And you say, please, no. And you say, I'm the customer. Put my red wine in an ice bucket.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. Red wine is too warm. And when it's too warm, it can be ruined. It can be like soup and you never get it back. When it's too cold...
Yes, you can warm it up. It's a thing. It's a thing.
I tell you what.
How would you do that, Oz?
If I was watching television and I'd forgotten the red wine in the fridge, I took it out. I was watching television.
Come on.
Ready for this?
Here we go.
I'd put it between my legs, watch television for 10 minutes, take it out.
First ad break, or whip it out.
First, what?
Is that wine? Wine?
Thomas, wash your mouth out. Anyway, otherwise, just pour it in like that.
There you go.
And again, wait till the first ad break. Don't whip it out. Just do this. That's all you're doing. That will warm it up. Body heat will warm it up beautifully.
Just cupping it nicely. I like it. I've worked in restaurants where the chefs, if you ordered a sort of the steak with the main course and the red at the same time, and you said, we're going to have some fizz or something, please, at the start, and then we'll have some red, they would put the bottle of red behind the oven while they were cooking. My dad used to do that too. And it's the worst thing. When the rule about drink red wines at room temperature was invented, room temperature was 18 degrees or something like that. Now that it's 21, 22, 25, if my wife has the thermostat on, you know, she likes it sort of semi-tropical, then you've got to chill it. You've got to cool it down.
When the rule invented about room temperature, that was in the 19th century.
There you go.
It wasn't 18 degrees, it was about 4 degrees.
Yeah, well, there you go. But come on.
Basically, everyone was having dinner in their overcoats.
Huddled around, snuggling up to their red wines.
There are several things about having wines, red wines chilled. Always, never, by the way, worry about asking for an ice bucket. If you're in a bar or if you're in a restaurant and the red wine is too warm, ask for an ice bucket. It often only needs 2, 3, 4 minutes in an ice bucket. That's ice plus water, because that's the way to actually chill things down quickly. Ice plus water. It might take 3 or 4 minutes to bring it down 3 or 4 degrees, and suddenly your wine is refreshing and delightful.
Now, I've got something here that you need to try, and this has got all the hallmarks of what makes a great chillable red wine. So, great chillable red wines, stuff to avoid. You don't want big tannic reds. Your tannins don't chill beautifully. You don't want big oaky reds.
Absolutely not.
Tastes like a sort of, pair of floorboards. Exactly that. So you want lightness of touch. You want fruit-forward wines. You essentially want juicy, bright, refreshing, acidic style. Stuff that's got a bit of mouth-watering character.
Slightly lower in alcohol.
Slightly lower in alcohol, ideal. Yeah. And this comes from Sicily. This here is the Santa Teresa Frappato.
Ah, yes, because there are lots of red grape varieties in the world which are ideal for making chillable reds.
Yeah.
They don't make. Frappato doesn't. Look at this colour here. Can you see that colour? I mean, I can see straight through it. This is a perfect example of a grape variety which was made to chill. A lot of grape varieties don't have an awful lot of colour in their skins. They don't have an awful lot of bitterness in their skins. When you've got something like Cabernet Sauvignon or Shiraz or something, the bitterness and the colour is in the skins and they'll make dark, strong wines. Frappato, much thinner skin, much less colour, and immediately much less bitterness, much less colour, and more acidity and freshness.
Because it's chilled, it is so fresh. It arrives in your palate and it's refreshing instantly. This is like a handful of raspberries. It's amazing. It's got the lovely acidity of English raspberries. You've got that beautiful bright red raspberry red berry fruit, and this just lovely softness, clarity, excitement. It's not clouded by layers and layers and layers of texture and complexity. But it's not lacking in that it's not. It's juicy, it's easy.
The world of wine around the Mediterranean There are dozens of grapes like this. The Frappato. I'm sure that in the old days, they weren't trying to make a big, heavy wine out of Frappato. They never did. In the old days, normally, you would actually make wine to be drunk really quickly. If you were making this in September, you'd probably have it finished by December. So light and fresh and bright and fruity was actually greatly valued. And this is an old grape variety. It's been around for ages.
Yeah, and the Rina Rossa here, it's made in Vittoria, so it's down in the southeast of Sicily. Sicily, this incredible island off the far southern coast of Italy, okay? And it shares climatically, dramatically more with northern Africa. You know, it's much more like northern Africa than it is the climate of Italy. It's literally Tunisia.
In fact, this vineyard is south of the coast of Tunisia.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
And because of that, you know, it's hot, it's warm, you've got this amazing sunshine. You've obviously got Mount Etna, this active volcano, not very far away from these vineyards. These are a little bit further southeast down from there, on terra rossa, iron-rich soils that's all over the world. Wherever you get these bright red iron-rich soils, you make incredibly fruit-driven, vibrant, expressive wines. But it's made.
Sicily used to be the biggest producer of wine in Italy, and a lot of it was pretty rubbishy stuff. Nowadays, it produces less wine, and it is massively improved in quality. And funnily enough, one of the reasons is this family here, who came down from the people who make Santa Teresa. It's a family operation. They came down from Trentino. Trentino's right up in the Dolomite Mountains.
The Dolomites, exactly.
They're mountain people where they make fresh, bright wines. They came all the way down to Sicily, probably came over the slopes, past Mount Etna, through Catania, which is often the hottest city in the whole of Italy, round to here, and planted a vineyard and probably said, Frappato, that reminds us of the kind of wines that we can make in the north, and we'll make it as a fresh, bright, easy-going red. Do you know this wine, what they recommend drinking this wine with?
No, come on, tell me.
Fish. The locals drink Frappato with the local fish.
Yeah. Do you know what? I can see it. I can see it. When the landscape, you know, the landscape is, you've got, you know, Nerello Mascalese and Cappuccio and all of these other grapes with ruggedness and coffee textures and stuff.
You're showing off.
I'm leaning into it, aren't I? I'm leaning into it. But when you've got all of those wines down in Sicily that are rich and more protein sort of favourable, this is definitely a fish choice. Yeah, what kind of fish are you getting out of that?
Well, the fish, you've got the strait between Africa and Sicily.
Yeah.
All the tuna come through there.
Tuna!
And swordfish. You ever seen a swordfish in the Mediterranean?
I don't think I've ever seen a swordfish anywhere, to be honest.
I think I've seen one somewhere in the Pacific.
I can see you and your swimmers getting in the water, wrestling a tuna, dragging it up the beach.
Wrestling a swordfish.
Wrestling a swordfish.
That's slightly different.
Dragging your swordfish ashore, getting into that with some chilled Frappato.
And saying, Ernest Hemingway, where are you when I need you?
Well, there, as ever.
Old Man in a Boat. You'd be very good at Old Man in a Boat.
Would I?
Well, you could play the boy.
I don't get the reference. I'll take it. I don't know what I'm signing up to.
Thank God you don't get the reference. Otherwise, I'd be out of here sharpish.
Right, here we go.
That's
Come
good,
on.
Isn't it?
Let's drink this while it's chilled. We're moving, Roz. We are going.
Oh, I could drink a lot of that.
Isn't it good?
Delicious.
It really is good. It's dry as well, though, isn't it? It's not super sweet.
Yeah. It's a really nicely made wine. It's exactly the kind of wine you want in a warm place like Sicily.
100%.
And frankly, in an English summer's day, English garden like this, perfect red.
Now look at that. That's a slightly deeper hue, isn't it? Yeah.
Bit darker. So what have we got here?
Do you know what? I'm getting juicy, bright berries already. I haven't even put it to my nose. And we're in Australia.
I have, and it's juicy ripe berries. It really is juicy ripe berries.
So we are in McLaren Vale. This is the Paxton Queen of the Hive Light Red. It's very, very nice.
So what this is, it's proving two things, I would say. Firstly, it's a light red from the Shiraz grape. So it's showing that Shiraz grape, that great big beefy red grape, can make light wines. Secondly, it's from McLaren Vale, isn't it? And McLaren Vale, again, makes some of the richest, most powerful Shiraz in Australia. So it also shows that the McLaren Vale can make light, fresh wines. McLaren Vale, God, my last trip to the McLaren Vale, this is probably why they haven't invited me back.
I know this story.
I'm afraid I stripped off in a place called Willunga Beach. I had quite a lot of Shiraz at the time. I did, and me and several others stripped off right down
Yeah.
to the
yeah,
bases.
Yeah, no, we're with you.
And
we're with
in
you.
we ran
Come on.
about 10 of us. Then the sharks arrived and about 8 of us came back.
A very angry Sicilian sawfish chasing you. That was it. What I really like about this is it's organic, it's biodynamic. So Paxton are hyper focused on that. The whole aspect of this is around bees and supporting the environment. And I think when you're dealing with wines that are juicy, are delicious, are made to be drunk outside, they're barbecue style wines. It's such an important tenet. It's such a lovely thing. Founded
very low. Now, what's the alcohol on this?
So the alcohol is quite low. So this is 12%, which is great. So it's light touch.
McLaren Vale, you'd think, 14%, 14.5%, 12%. It shows that if you think what you're doing, and this guy, David Paxton, is one of the most famous vineyard men in the whole of Australia, works all over Australia doing fantastic work in vineyards. He absolutely understands his fruit. If he reckons that he can make the Shiraz at 12 instead of 14.5, not make it tannic, because so I suspect what he's done is just used as that saignée thing.
Yeah, see, this is where I was thinking of going. Exactly that.
You like this, don't you?
Yeah, I like it.
You crush the grapes and shove them in the barrel, but only in the tank, but only leave them there for 2 or 3 days to get colour, not for 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Another thing I think he's done is he's made the wine a bit like Beaujolais.
Yeah.
Because Beaujolais, you actually throw, you don't even crush the grapes. No. You just throw them all in and hope for the best. And they start fermenting inside the berry, which means they get lots of colour, lots of fruit.
Intracellular fermentation.
Intra or inter?
I believe it's intra.
Yeah, you would.
I would. I'm intra.
But you don't. The tannin, the bitterness on the grape skins is on the outside. So if all this is fermentation is happening inside the berry like that, you get lots of colour.
It would account for the colour, wouldn't it?
You get lots of fruit. You don't get the tannin. And I think he's done that.
And it's a wine of layers. What's really interesting about this is because it's got these different techniques. There's a bit of wood in there. There's a bit of kind of low ripeness, earlier picked Shiraz. You get all of these different layers of textures and characters and flavours. There's the carbonic Beaujolais kind of element to it. It's absolutely lovely. It's really, really cool. Whole bunch.
Has it got anything else in there? Any other grapes?
Now, you know it does. It's got a small...
I'm giving him the chance to show that he's really smart and has done his homework.
Small percentage of Grenache, your friend and mine, for juiciness. Grenache, and I love Grenache.
You should have seen yourself when he said a small percentage of Grenache.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I can roll it. I can roll my arse.
The side on.
No.
I very nearly moved myself out of shot.
So you did?
Yeah.
For my growl. That was
I was feeling the heat.
Come on.
Grenache, McLaren Vale is famous for Grenache, and it makes really wonderfully juicy wines. I think that's a big success.
I think it's a massive success.
Nice and cold.
Let me sort of throw some cold water at you. Here we go. So, did you hear that?
I did.
There was a fizz. There was a little hiss. I thought it was an adder coming at us across the
Let me hold this.
pit house kitchen garden. Look at this label. It's outrageous. The top of it says "Chill me, chill me, chill me," and this is the Chill Bill Spritzy Red. It's got a skeleton playing a guitar. There's a penguin surfing Oz, which is quite impressive. I mean, it's got a sticker that wouldn't be amiss on the back of a VW camper van.
So the only thing this wine says is it's got to be fun.
Yeah.
It's absolutely supposed to be a fun wine. So let's see if it works.
So it's made.
I absolutely love red bubbles.
Yeah.
I think they look so cool.
4th generation family winemakers, Bortoli, out in South Australia, in New South Wales. The massive bit in the centre of it, Riverina, and also a bit of Rutherglen fruit. This is the hot, irrigated, bold areas of Australia.
If you go there, you just think nothing can survive it. It's that hot. It's that desert-like. But it shows the Australians at their most innovative. They managed. There's one enormous river in Australia called the Murray River, which runs right down through all these incredibly hot semi-desert areas. And when it was a couple of brothers called the Chaffee brothers worked out how to dam it and to create irrigation. And now you've got thousands and thousands and thousands of hectares of extremely fertile orchards and vineyards, all producing really good quality wine at a really low price.
Isn't that fun? Isn't that good? It's party wine, and not in a negative way. This is get your friends over, smack something on the barbecue, have a bit of fun with it. It's like plums, it is cherries, it's given a lot of red berry fruit as well. It's got a sweetness to it. It's not outrageously sweet in terms of it's got acidity. It's mouth-watering, but it's got a nice bit of sweetness to it. You know,
there's a reason for this, because when you make sparkling wine, if you have the wine completely dry and it's red, the bitterness from the skins is too fierce. The bubbles make the bitterness rather hard, so you have to leave some sugar in them. And there's great tradition for this. Sparkling Shiraz, Australian sparkling Shiraz. I've had 30, 40-year-old examples of sparkling Shiraz.
Amazing.
Made by the great winemakers, the Penfolds, the Seppelts, these kind of people, and all the old timers. They go mad for sparkling Shiraz. It is a completely brilliant drink, and I reckon it's got 40 grams of sugar in it.
Yeah, or
it's
more.
Quite a lot of sugar.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Yeah.
I
So
think
don't worry about the sugar in sparkling red wine. It's sort of a good idea it's there.
And this is Shiraz, but it's other grapes as well. So there's stuff like Tyrian in there that you don't find elsewhere, isn't there?
Tell us what
Come
Tyrian
on,
is.
exactly.
Go on, tell us what
Durif
it is.
in there as well.
Tell us what
Tyrian, Oz, you think you're going to catch me out. Tyrian is a hybrid grape variety invented in the latter half of the 1900s.
1972.
There you go. Thank you very much.
Where?
Combination between Sumol and Cabernet Sauvignon. Thank you very much, Oz. Oh, bless you.
And where does Sumol come from?
Oh, crikey. I you've got me, to be fair. Where does Sumol come from?
The Canary Islands.
Come on! Honestly.
I don't know why they thought it would work, but these guys in Australia, they're always inventing grape varieties.
It's a thing.
And they invent them to have tons and tons of flavour and tons of body in really hot places like the Riverina.
And you let me in a little secret. So Oz did some deep diving on the train on the way here today. And I thought this was Tyrian. I thought it was a bit of Syrah, possibly some Durif, some other bits and bobs in there. You discovered there were a couple of other grapes.
Yes, I
tickling
did.
around.
Gewürztraminer.
And it's doing a lot of heavy lifting. I can smell it.
And Muscat.
Come on.
That gives you that extra fruity lift, almost something slightly orangey about it. But the acidity, it works really well because it's like orange acidity rather than lemon acidity, therefore just that bit more aromatic. And it's juicy. So those white grapes like Muscat and Gewürztraminer going in there just make all the difference.
9.5% alcohol. Very nice. Chili Reds, gang. Enjoy your summer.
Chili Reds. This is just one of our WineAlive Summer Sipping Series videos with me, Oz Clarke, and with my mate, Tom Surgey. If you'd like to know more about the wines we've tasted, head over to our blog at wine-alive.com and check out our other videos. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks again for watching, and we hope you sip splendidly this summer.